but fast speed pack of the bags. It's all I have left, Yugi. So, boom, pack your bags, Sion. How'd you go, mate? So, Sion, pack of the bags. As I don't worry about that problem anymore, even though I've still got so many other problems to worry about. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel with another deck for today. Yeah, again, this is actually a really powerful deck that can actually potentially be really good for you, which is Senna's Packing Bags deck. Now this deck is obviously a go hard deck, but what is crucial and amazing about this deck is its potential of being able to give you pack your bags for 0 cost, because obviously if you use enough go hards, if you get yourself up to 3 of them, but you keep the 3rd one in hand, if you draw the 4th one and use them both at fast speed with Senna, you are getting an immediate pack your bags, which can be quite devastating and catastrophic. Now this deck works really nicely because of Senna accelerating those which are all the slow speed spells into fast speed, as well as the fact that when she levels, she makes them cost 0. You could potentially pack people's bags for 0, which is why it's such a devastating deck. So this deck is actually working along like a very similar line to a deck that I posted not too long ago, whereby we were using Zap Sprayfin to be able to draw out the go hards. It was originally a concept which was originally done by Saucy Mailman, who's an amazing content creator. So this was an adaptation of that deck, but using Senna, because obviously Senna was not in the game at the time, and using Callista again. The whole idea of this deck is we want units we want Zap Sprayfin to be the biggest unit, because we want Callista to be bringing back Zap Sprayfin, and we want to be bringing back Zap Sprayfin through Miss Call, through Splinter Soul, and cards such as this, because the more that we get of you, the more that we summon Zap Sprayfin, the more we can potentially draw our go hards going into pack your bags. And so that's the reason why there's only 1 copy of Haunted Relic, is basically mostly to level set, which is Callista, and yeah, the rest of the cards like Crumble and this work unbelievably well when it comes to Senna. Obviously Ruination can work with Senna as well. There's only 1 copy of it in the deck, because bear in mind, when you use Ruination, you are removing your Senna from the equation as well. And the reason that we're not running Rekindler in this deck is because, as I said, the main card that we want to be the biggest power is Zap Sprayfin, so that Zap Sprayfin keeps coming back, even through Harrowing, being able to Harrowing, get back a bunch of Zap Sprayfins with Callista or Senna, and then that's drawing all of our go hards and whatnot, which means that they would be at fast speed if Senna had died as well as obviously giving you all of that mana from the attunement as well. So that's where the devastation really comes in, and why this deck is so funny to play. The lucky thing is, because the Demacian Sentinel actually is a 1/2, great stat line for this deck, because as I said, like, all the things that we're summoning, we want them beneath 2, so that Zap is always the biggest. But what's lovely is that this can very quickly go up from 1 to 3 damage with Fearsome, which is like a great stat line, but it would always revert back to its 1 health, 1 damage thing for Callista, like because it needs something else to buff it, and that's why it's a perfect card for this deck. And also we're running the Catalogue of Regrets, which obviously is the my biography, or whatever the hell is whatever you want to call it, legitimately my life story, but this is working yet again with those go hard spells to give us more of them to be able to use with Senna at fast speed and do devastating damage. So this is the deck, is a really powerful deck, and if you've not tried it out for yourself, I would definitely recommend it. And obviously, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, all the games you're going to be seeing were streamed live on Twitch. So if you want to go check the action out live for yourself, please feel free to on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I do love it when people come over and say I've come over from your YouTube. There's the Discord link down below as well if you want to get in there, whereby you can obviously like talk about all your ideas with the new cards and that. I'd love to see some deck suggestions, because obviously sometimes your deck suggestions make it into videos. So if that sounds like fun, as well as obviously the lovely community that we've got there in general, as well as a couple of contests and that every now and again. There's also like a merch link down below if you want to check that out for Legends of Runeterra merchandise, but do not feel forced into any purchases and whatnot. It's just the options, as well as if you enjoy what you see, why not consider hitting that subscribe button, but do not feel forced. Anyway, let's get in and see how this deck did in a couple of matchups. We're against Discard Sion, which is a very powerful deck. I do still like the Shadow Owl Sion deck probably more, but this can be a very powerful deck. Okay, for the time being, I'm actually... I don't want to keep Crumble. It depends on who I get. It depends on whether or not I want to keep. I guess Senna with Crumble is a little bit better. Okay.
Well, I did say I wanted to see the world.
So, go forward. At least I've now got the level up for Kalista. So I could throw potentially Kalista. It obviously depends on what my opponent... Depends on what my opponent has, which can be very aggressive in this state. Okay. The question comes as to whether or not I want to throw it down this turn or wait until next turn. Time for the money makers. Am I willing to sacrifice you here? I'll wait. I'll wait and consider the Black Spear move next turn. There are moves they could obviously have, but I'm willing to go with gambles. We do also have this. I mean, what we want to be doing, this is all about trying to use Zap Sprayfin to go get those go hards. That's where the plan goes here. Sion is slowly but surely getting closer and closer to that level up. He can actually get there so fast. So fast. Okay. Imagine we crumble at fast speed. Okay. The company is they could actually throw Draven onto RDs to get another axe, because if they're going with discard, the option was there. But I guess now we go with Black Spear. They do have a lot of damage which is about to come down. They've got a lot of damage which is about to come down on top of me. In terms of we've got a lot of fearsome, but at least on the positive side, this will go up to be able to defend me. This shall defend me. What? Oh, have you tried Garen Brom ARAM, by the way? I have not tried it yet. In terms of, I mean, as of this new expansion, I've not tried that idea yet. But I do like the idea about it. Anything to do with Howling Abyss, I always love. Okay. I could play Senna. I guess, or do I want to keep open the option for this? I really want to play Zap Sprayfin, if I'm going to be honest. Zap Sprayfin to let you die, and then Kalista starts bringing back Zap Sprayfin. That's where the thing is going here. Okay. So the plan is let Zap Sprayfin die, hopefully, and then be able to go forward with Kalista, giving me another one that will die, and then we can use Miss Call. I really want to throw you out as well, but options. Okay. Willing to accept Zap Sprayfin's death. In terms, so swear Skeletor. Immediately go forward. Immediately go forward, which means we get another Zap Sprayfin, which means that we get VVG. Right, so we're going to go with that. But so swear Skeletor, Ice Point for 11 months, buddy. Love that Fizz Nami list that you put on YouTube. Hope that all is well, bro. All is well. Thank you so much, buddy, for coming over here. Good times. Is it okay if which I call you Papa Go? You call whatever you want. I'm all good with Papa Gomez. Oh crap! As if like because then because they're killing that. If only Senna was on the board. I mean, admit that I do still have like the only plus side here is having missed call twice. Whether or not that's gonna be meaningful, we'll find out. We do also have Withering Whale. A true I mean, so
welcome.
I could throw down Senna with the knowledge that I've got. Let's see who we get first. Give me Zap Sprayfin. Get him on the phone immediately! That was fine. I don't mind that I'm not getting Callista back. I can live with not getting Callista back. He says, while secretly wishing he had Callista back. Okay. We know that we've got Withering Whale. Sion is a problem. The idea that we've now just top decked this at oh crap. Okay, right. Problems. Okay. And just like that, death had come for me. Okay. I do have Crumble. But then Crumble just means that... I mean, I guess it means we've only got to take the hit once. Withering Well is still good, though. But if I use Withering Well... Like, it's the defense as well as the attack I've got to be looking at here, right? So... if I use this on top of Draven...
Come on, we're on the clock. Spirits ain't gonna free themselves.
Gives me Withering Whale that should... So... it's not the best situation I'm in. But it might be enough to help. So... if we were to throw you over here...
Ah, fearless.
throw down this... we'd live on 5. If I were to do it
You look a sight.
like this, we'd live on 8. Leveling up Senna. My problem is the fact that when he dies, he's going to rally anyway and come at me with much aggression. Okay. I guess if I save Crumble at fast speed at the right time, might legitimately be able to save my life. Okay. So we'll never set, but yeah, Crumble, if we could kill him and then crumble him at fast speed, we might actually be able. We might actually, but we need somebody else on the board. This is where the problem comes in right now, is that I actually need another unit on the board right now. Go hard.
Darkness.
Which, admittedly, am I gonna have to Harrowing? We have actually had some Zap Spray. This might actually be the only way that I can get round this. So throw down. This is so stupid and it's not gonna work, but I've got to go with it. Because it is the only plan I have left, Yugi. It is the only plan that I have left. As now, Zap Sprayfin allows me to draw more cards. Sadly, I did not draw 2 of the go hards that I needed to. Okay. It's fine. So, my problem is that Sion comes back at me. Massively, aggressively. And so I guess I can go forward and hope that the other Zap Sprayfin that we make gives me another go hard. That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about! Okay, so it is still a lot. It is still a lot, but I do have pack your bags territory. So it's whether or not I now also want to include. Actually, no, it's not going to be lethal damage, right? It's not going to be lethal damage, so I might as well get some draw out of this. But you've got nothing else left. When all else fails,
Keep your
and you feel you have no other plans to give. I guess we should have killed the one at the end because they were already dead anyway. Okay. When there are no other plans. I want to see whether or not they've got another. We'll wait until they do their open. When there are no other plans. hands left, but fast speed pack of the bags. It's all I have left, Yugi. So, boom, pack your bags, Sion. How'd you go, mate? So, Sion, pack of the bags. As I don't worry about that problem anymore, even though I've still got so many other problems to worry about. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. So, Sion, I forget. Move aside, mate. Move aside. Senna. Big boy plays.
Keep your distance.
I mean, the problem is they throw down another one. I haven't got any other yet. Like, Crumble's a really good move, but I need moves. So kill an enemy and give all enemies minus Fimsy this round. I might need to use that depending on what happens here. I do still have mists and whatnot. I can wait to see how my opponent develops. Okay. So, I mean, they've only got... There's only one card that we don't know what it is. And to be fair, we could use this and... Like, we can already block the board as it is. So, we'll see what happens. Got axes, need victims. Throw down the withering. I mean, this has worked out perfectly fine, he says. Okay, so... Throw down this. Immediately removes these two problems. They can throw down axes on top of the last one, but I can live with that. They've only got axes in hand. Your discard means nothing to me. Welcome welcome back to the days of control. Control comes back shadow mode to my opponent. Really well played. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm gonna keep Senna. This deck is mostly based around like Senna and fast speed, which is like a fast speed which is go hard and pack bags. That's mostly where this deck goes. Sadly, this has not been the best. There's not been the best start, and my opponent has already got Teemo with, I assume, the ability to be able to defend Teemo with Troll Chant and Elixir of Iron. Okay. Sadly, still not really getting what I need. I want to wait and see what they do because I've got. I could use this, but I honestly still think that Troll Chant is coming. But I have the option to use this. If I wait until next turn, I'm going to be throwing down Zap. I just don't want this turn to be nothing. I just don't want this turn to be nothing. And at least if I'm weakening both of them, there's a potential chance of withering well. I could have left this for a puff cap. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're going to have ways of getting around it. And I know that they're going to have ways of getting around that. Okay, at least that means that they're both potentially susceptible to withering. Should have probably waited for a puff cap Peddler, as I say. If I do this, they're probably going to Troll Chant again. Could throw down Zap Sprayfin to be able to defend myself against you. Zap actually gives me a chance of maybe getting... There we go! That's what I'm talking about! Okay. Of course. So, the only plus side of that... I mean, I could do that. But the only plus side of that is that I can at least remove Teemo from this now. I've still got problems when it comes to Starlight Seer and the flash bombs that are going to be coming at me, but I can wait. I can wait on that front. So we can play Zap again. I really want to get Senna on the board, but I really don't think that Senna is doing too much for me at the moment. So I could get Senna on the board, but as I said, not doing too much for me. Gonna go for killing you, get a spider on the board. I mean, the problem is what you need to remember is that the more flash bombs that start to get into my deck, I do have issues. Okay, so they're going for big buffs. Big ass buffs. Could have also done that damage elsewhere, which would have just, like, you know, enabled withering a little bit more. Okay, we've got another go hard. Could throw down Senna, get a darkness in hand. Okay. I could throw down Catalogue of Regret, which is the catalogue of my life. I could throw down Catalogue of Regret and throw down Go Hard. The option is there. Just because then that would be on the third one. I'd kind of want to sacrifice. I'd kind of want to throw down Glimpse on top of Zap Sprayfin is the only problem with that plan. Could throw down Crumble to kill this immediately or to kill Caitlyn. I've got so many different things that I want to do. I'm gonna throw it down you with the knowledge that I know that I've got Heroin in hand. I don't mind throwing Senna out onto this board. I would tell myself it was a legitimate plan in the end. Okay. So, defend myself here. Defend self here. And then what I want to do is I just want to quickly kill Zap Sprayfin here. Could have done that elusive damage in, but that's fine.
Darkness and light.
Turns out the spider would have died anyway. Okay. So, what I want to be doing is getting down your health quite a bit. Could consider. Although, weirdly, I do still feel like I want to go down the Catalogue of Regrets. Go down the Catalogue of Regrets route. Okay. I know that there are moves they could do. I'm telling myself I've got Miss Call. So I could go for throwing down Darkness on top of you, which would give me another Darkness in hand. So I could do Darkness and then go forward. Thing of it is that they've probably got Troll Chant and Freezes and whatnot, which is why my mind does not want to go down that route. So I'd rather have the Catalogue of Regrets and pass the turn. I know that every pass might end up being a big ass problem for me, but I'm willing to accept it at this moment in time. Okay. Yep. So they're throwing down as much damage as they can over here, which is not good for me. Crumble might have to take effect.
Moving in.
I thought you can't even kill. I thought you could kill like a landmark or something with this, but you can't kill. It's only to kill landmarks. Actually, I guess it makes sense to put this in front of here. Okay. With the knowledge that I know that I have Miss Call, I don't mind doing this. Okay. Willing to accept! Still gonna throw down this. I would love to have the third one as being like, you know, I would love to have the third one. Actually, no, we'll play you first. Do this damage here means that Withering Wow's got a chance of maybe removing both of them from the board. The problem is that with this continuously on the board using spells, they might just have like a really buff Teemo that comes out. Okay. Let's go for making another set. Dutch, how are you doing?
Darkness and light.
Okay. So this is no longer going to hit Go Hard. I could go with Heroin. The only problem with Harrowing is that it's going to give me significant draw, but I don't actually have that many puff caps in my deck at this moment in time. So I could consider this. But as I said, I don't have pack your bags at the pack your bag. I don't have pack your bags at pack your bag standard right now. Right.
We shall pierce their treasonous hearts.
We'll go with you. Only 4 cards in my opponent's hand. They're being very coy. Being very coy with what they do have. Okay. Let's throw down Darkness. Darkness still leaves me with Missed Call. Means that if I go forward with Senna, I get another Darkness to be able to maybe kill the Starlight Seer. That's fine.
This would be a good winter.
Make the hurt your weapon. Ready to fire.
So, I feel like I do this with the knowledge of Missed Call again, as I say.
Keep your distance.
Gives me another Darkness in hand. Means that I can Missed Call so that I can, like, get her back again.
Lanners?
It's also forcing those, like, yet again, forcing resources, but they are getting a really buff unit. Is the actually, I guess I could also, I could also just use Darkness now. My only concern is whether or not they've got another troll chant or something along those lines, and so I would rather do the definite. I'm getting what's her face back rather than actually no, didn't. Yeah, it wasn't even enough to kill her. Ignore me. Ignore me! I should have just gone with Darkness. Because obviously I've just put a couple more flash bombs in my deck. Okay, but they've got 7 mana. I might end up regretting this because Senna might die here, but I'm willing to accept. Could have gone for killing you as well. I could have waited till next turn and used like this. Okay. I will accept the decisions.
Have a mushroom.
Have 3.
Have 3.
Okay. So,
Darkness and light.
another Darkness spell in hand. The ability to potentially level Callista. Still got...
Vermin.
Okay. I'm actually willing...
You will never find peace.
Willing to sacrifice her. As long as I can keep their, like, you know, control of what's going on in their hand and keep my health in an okay spot, I'm actually okay with this. Of course, the freeze comes down.
Blessed by
Okay.
sail and stars.
Which just means that he ends up on that much health. So... like, I feel like I might need Crumble to kill whatever... like, if they buff up, like, a really big Teemo. Like, I feel like I might need Crumble to deal with that situation. So... I would accept the damage going in. Potentially throw that Darkness spell in. Yeah.
Turn it against.
I will accept. Accept. Next turn. I mean, we could even throw that Harrowing next turn. And it'd be relatively okay. Because at least it means that we're getting back another Callista. Ah! Speak of the devil and she will appear! So. If I do this, it locks me out of so many other moves, though, is the only problem. I'm willing to go the long con. Of course, so they go for the Mystic Shot, which then means that... so I could use the Crumble, but I feel like I leave it. It's not like we can still use Harrowing. I can live with this decision.
Times worse.
They grow up.
Throw down Harrowing. So, on the plus side, I will level. I've got another Darkness in hand. I will level this If they throw down like a really buff Teemo, I'm just gonna have to try to go for like Crumble potentially. Okay. There's not too many puff caps in my deck. As long as we do this so that all of these ephemeral ones go first. The question is whether or not I want to throw you into the mix. I shall leave you out of the mix for the time being. So at least somebody lives. Okay. We'll get them all the way down to 6. Darkness, drain kill. So, would you, so, oops, Pocket did it. What were we talking about? Wait, what is Senna's text? Okay, so there is Teemo, but I can live with the fact that there's Teemo. We throw down harrowing again. Ooh, pack in the bags though. If only it was at fast speed. If only said it was on the board and we had you at fast speed, eh? The comedy is they still haven't actually been able to level like the comedy of the fact that they've not actually been able to level Teemo is quite funny, like in my opinion. Okay. Just want to stall out some of the damage that's going to be coming at me. Right. Do this. Have the knowledge that I've still got pack of the bags. Okay. So could throw down you. I guess I want to pack bags first. The problem is I don't know what this card is. The problem is I don't know what this... But to be fair, let's get up to the point of top decking. I do have some shrooms in my deck, but it's not like I've got unbelievable shrooms in my deck. I'm okay with this. But yeah, Senna makes fast speed... She makes her slow speed spells fast, the ones that are attacky. Ooh. I might lose you to some, actually I've only got three flash bombs in the deck, but there is still the chance that, boom, that's fine. So, we'll go throwing you down in because bearing in mind that they could have certain moves, but we've got two pack your bags. Shadow mode to my opponent, they know! See, look, puff caps! Useless when it comes to control and healing yourself. I'm going to assume this is, yet again, a go hard deck. I could really much see this being like quite a good go hard deck. I'm actually going to get rid of my Catalogue of Regrets this time. Yeah. I want to keep my ability to be able to maybe stop an Ezreal target. But potentially, if they can get Senna out before us, this is actually going to be a really hard game.
Where are you?
Okay. It kind of goes down to who can get Senna out first and keep her alive. Admittedly, they're going to have probably more targets to be able to kill my Senna, which is going to be the issue. Okay. And also, I guess Callista's probably going to die as well from so many... Like, if you're playing against a deck like this, there's got to be so many different target moves, isn't there? I wonder whether or not they this will be stupid, but I wonder whether or not they main deck, what's his face? I can't think of the name of it. True Shot? The one which does like the 3 damages, like 3, 2, and 1. I highly doubt that they would, but I'd laugh if they do. Okay. I wait. Could throw down Zap Sprayfin, could throw down Callista. Actually, no, I can't throw down Zap Sprayfin.
Or you'll miss me.
I can throw down Callista, but I can actually go for a Crumble to remove Ezreal, but potentially they've got another Mystic Shot in hand.
Watch and learn.
I feel like I've just got to wait and just wait out the Mystic Shot. Obviously, they don't have to use it. Okay. I feel like I need draw right now, so I'm willing to go with this. Deny that. Give myself more draw. Ruination. The potential of fast speed ruination, although I feel like this deck is more about control and then using... Like, to me, it feels like this deck is going to be more about control and just using Ezreal as the win condition. Okay. More about trying to force out their moves now and then throw down Zap. Gonna go with that being my way of play here, because I assume that they're gonna go killing Kalista with everything they've got. I could go for the glimpse. I really want to throw down Zap Sprayfin as being my Ezreal counterplay, but they're about to throw two of their target spells for leveling Ezreal into this, so weirdly kind of want to do that. Just to deny those two spells. Gives me another glimpse. Okay. I could go for throwing... Go hard into Ezreal. Gonna leave it. Gonna leave it and see what my opponent does in terms of whether or not they develop Senna or not. But yes, I know that they can go forward and get a Mystic shot.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, you go for the open, get Mystic. Can understand that.
Nailed it.
It's now the question of whether or not you use that Mystic or not is going to be the question. Catalogue of regrets. Okay. So they've still got the man to use that Mystic shot. Is it weird that I'm considering? I feel like I'm actually used to go hard. I used to go hard on Ezreal. See what they do. Because I feel like that Mystic shot is going to hit the spider. Or potentially they could even use go hard themselves. So they could use go hard themselves to learn the Catalogue of Regrets. Ooh. Let's go to the past. Like this is just to fully stop my development process right here. Because they know that if I go for, say, developing Senna, that Mystic shot is still going to do a lot of damage to her. As much of me wants to throw down Zap... I guess this deck does actually rely on Zap Sprayfin dying as well to be able to bring back with Harrowing. So...
Keep up.
I don't really want to do this. But I will accept that I've got to do... I will accept that I've got to do the moves that I've got to do. Okay. So, I have a Catalogue of Regrets now. And I've actually got some go hards that would actually be... Like, so with Senna, could be quite devastating with the Catalogue of Regrets. But okay. Kind of feel like I want to throw this one down. Okay. There are so many moves they could have that could kill Senna, which is why I'm so, like, I'm a little bit hesitant and scared. At least I've got a way of potentially bringing back Senna, but I won't be able to bring her back yet. So, that's why, yet again, still got to be somewhat careful in the mix. Okay. Just for you at the time being. I kind of want to throw down Catalogue of Regrets with one of these, just to know that I'm already packing some bags. But if they're not going to do too much development. So I could throw you down with a Catalogue of Regrets. Just so I know that it will be pack your bags. And then I've got a bunch of copies of this in the deck, which now means that hopefully, like, the more times that I bring back Zap Sprayfin, there's like more chance of getting the thing, because... So that's fine. I will accept your death. As I now throw down the Catalogue of Regrets. Okay. So we know for a fact that we've got pack of bags, but our opponent... Oh, we've got double!
The world's a big place.
Let's see all of it.
Let's see all of it.
I feel like the second that all the Ezreals are dead, a big chunk of what the problem is goes out the window. Because once all Ezreals are dead, that is, I feel, their major win con. Obviously, they've still got Senna with fast speed moves and lots of probably damage control spells. Yep, so it is a lot of damage control spells. I can save the mana. That's me, like, literally. As we've killed 2 Ezreals, there's only one. The rest, so it's quite hard to develop because the knowledge of developing means that we're giving our opponent what they need. I could throw down Senna with, as I said, the knowledge of knowing I can potentially bring her back with Miss Call. That's the reason why I don't mind throwing my Senna out. I know that it's going to be given there as, like, for a very targeted deck, we are giving them what they want, but we also have ways of potentially getting around what they're trying to do, so I'm actually okay with this. We should theoretically be okay if they go to kill Senna. We can bring Senna back. So, it's all good. It's all gravy, baby. Exactly, they throw down that first, so that is all of their mana.
Second time's worth.
All of their mana in one go. We've now got ball superiority. We've got a Senna alive. We've got ball superiority and our stuff being fast speed. So I feel massively okay. They've got 2 Ezreals down. They've got potentially 1 Ezreal. Potentially more if they've got Rekindler kind of stuff. But it's whether or not they've got Rekindler kind of stuff going on in that deck. My go hard, I'm getting into the go hardness. I'm getting so hard. Okay. Getting hard. Can throw down Zap Sprayfin. Potentially give me another one. Bear in mind that if they kill Senna again, we do still have Missed Call, which we can use. If they were paying attention to what spells we were using, they would know that Missed Call is what we've got in hand. So if they do kill Senna, we can bring her back. That's fine. Throw down Zap Sprayfin.
Go with the flow.
So another Missed Call, like, even if worse comes to the worst, but we could even go for summons, like more and more summons here. So they could still give me some problems here, but I'm willing to accept. Because now if they kill Senna, it still goes into a 50-50. So I'd rather go into a 100% node that I can draw more go-hards. That's fine. I mean, yet again, it now becomes the 50-50. 50-50% about whether or not Miss Call brings her back or brings back Fish. But at this moment in time, in terms of health pools and whatnot, I'm okay on the board. That's fine. I can live with this. Ah! Miss Call into Miss Call! This is the moves! And potentially bring back Senna or just Sonic. Bring back this for more go hard. So, yet again, we've got enough now going on in this hand whereby we could.
Let's do this.
We could just go for another potential pack your bags move as well. So obviously it depends on whether or not they've got healing moves themselves, which they could do. They could have like some things like this, so they got healing moves going on there. I sadly cannot kill you. Potentially they could pack bags on me, right? Because I said like they've got this going on for them. I've got to accept that. Okay. I mean, no one's died yet, so. Is this too radical and stupid out of the box? Basically, I'm trying to force them to use another go hard for another drain effect. Oh, or not. Okay, throw down Miss Call. Technically getting the spider on the board was probably not necessary, and if they were to kill the spider, they'd go into the death pool. Could have actually gone for using these, I guess, as an option as well. But if I use this one more time... Shut up! I said, because if I used it one more time, I'd be able to pack bags. If they had no healing move they could do, we'd have that on top of it. So shut up out to the opponent. Both using go hards, but this one was the one that worked. Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.